It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Brooklyn, New York, as the Nets take it to the hardwood here at the Barclays Center. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a loss.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. In that one, it didn't happen.
And sometimes your poor shooting from the perimeter can dictate, it should dictate, that you go to the inside. Tonight they didn't do it.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Portis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. There's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Cantor in at the 5.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
And how about the physique of Eric Bledsoe there? Terrific at sticking it to the defense, even when he gets pinballed around a bit.
Puts one up from 19. DeRozan gets the bucket.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective. And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And here are the Suns now, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Bledsoe. That shot off the mark. The Nets go the other way with it. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Now Lamb, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5. And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting. That ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
Now here's Lamb. He's coming off a 10-point game again. Misfires after coming off the pick. Bledsoe against Conley. And 1:01 left in the first. Dishes it to DeRozan. On the wing. It doesn't go for him.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
There's the screen, and there's the call on Pachulia. That's his first foul. Conley against Bledsoe. There's a screen by Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Leonard's got his first 2 points of the night. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork helped this guy live at the line.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. No good from Lamb.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. A close game here as we get back to the second quarter and looking at what the Suns trailer. Zach Randolph is out there with Pachulia. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. Cantor with a screen on Conley. Bledsoe kicks to Cantor. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Cantor's got the first basket of the second quarter for Phoenix. Bledsoe against Conley. Feeds it to Gay. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. You've certainly been in the public eye for a while as a player, as a broadcaster, an actor in the Jerry Maguire movie. Is there anything else?
So kind of you, Kevin, to bring that up.
I'm just reading the list here,
yeah.
Brent. Is there anything else on camera that you'd really like to do?
Oh, I was in a Coolio video. I don't know if you knew that, Kevin. Coolio made a music video, and I was asked to come down to the studio with the late Malik Sealy, and him and I actually were in the video for the movie's primetime song.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about that? How fun. Conley against Bledsoe. Conley, the pass to Pachulia. That shot is off.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Dan Lamb kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Cantor. Passes it to Lamb. Here's Portis. DeRozan defending. 4 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Nets.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Randolph, a screen on Bledsoe. Conley with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Gay kicks to Randolph. Banked in off the glass. Randolph's got his first points of the game.
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
They set the pick. There's a screen by Cantor. Bledsoe dishes to Cantor. Stolen by Michael Conley. Outside DeRozan. Back to Conley. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Here's Cantor. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Bledsoe against Conley. Pass to DeRozan. It's rebounded by Portis. The Suns leading.
It's hard to imagine a team playing faster than Houston or Golden State, but the Suns actually do that. They push the pace. Phoenix, the second highest paced team in the league last season. This team, like many other Suns teams, wants to get out and run up and down. Use those young legs to find scoring opportunities.
DeRozan against Leonard. Shot from 6. It's not going to go for him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
There's a screen by Cantor. Leonard the pass to Bledsoe. Just 5 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Cantor. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. It's up a 3. Conley's shot is off. The Suns have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Goes up the baseline. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. The Suns have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Free throw good, Portis. And he makes both free throws.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Here's DeRozan. Lays it up off the glass. DeRozan's got 11.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hello,
Show.
folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jets. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Enes Kanter. Portis is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Lamb at the shooting guard position. And that one's good, Leonard.
And this is where Leonard has become so difficult to defend. He can beat you with a variety of moves inside, including the one we just saw.
Here's DeRozan. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 13.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
There's a screen by Cantor to the wing right side. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Now, Bledsoe showing some confidence now, feels very much at ease shooting as soon as he touches the ball.
Offensive rebound. Pachulia. Excellent D from Cantor.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Bledsoe, good look. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Gay kicks to Conley. Rudy Gay on the wing. Covered by Lamb. Another miss by Gay.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench. A great array of post moves to pick from.
A putback.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Here's Gay. And the Nets miss again. Suns leading by 4. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Gay. Leonard dishes to Bledsoe. There's a screen by Cantor to the inside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Cantor's got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Gay against Leonard. Here's the screen. Bledsoe kicks to Portis. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Bledsoe can be a problem on the screen and roll, reliable when he comes off and dishing it in those kind of sets.
Gay outside. Shot to stop the run, and it's Gay again missing.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Kawhi Leonard, just the second perimeter player in league history to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards.
And he joined, of course, the great Milwaukee Buck, Sidney Moncrief, in doing that. And it's an award that we know usually goes to a big man who's down there protecting the rim and shoring up any defense. Kawhi Leonard does it everywhere on the floor, and it's amazing to watch opposing offenses try to strategize against where it is Kawhi Leonard might be defensively.
And of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
Brooklyn shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
Cantor with a screen on Conley. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Cantor throws it down.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
Conley with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's DeRozan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Leonard. The shot, no good. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Phoenix ahead as they end the third quarter with a 13-4 run. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. And the Nets with possession here. Trailing by 10. We've got Conley. Rudy Gay is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Pachulia. And it's DeRozan in a shooting guard. So that's the Nets 5.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now here's Bledsoe. Here's Portis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Leonard's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Suns. We've seen the shift in offensive strategy. Brent, more threes, more spacing, better flow, opening up driving lanes and opportunities to make at least one quick move to the basket. What have defenses been doing on the other side trying to counteract those trends?
I think the biggest trend that you see, Kevin, is the switching defenses. So many rosters now constructed of guys who have the ability to get off of a screen and to pick up a perimeter player. And that's not for 24 seconds, but 5 or 6 seconds being able to contain dribble penetration and challenge deep threes. So the switching aspect of NBA defense, that is a trend.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
Here's DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. Phoenix leading by 13. And here's Bledsoe. There's the pick. There's a screen by Cantor. A 3 from Leonard. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 13. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter.
Kawhi Leonard reminds you of the way that people talked about defensive backs that can lock down great receivers in football. So suffocating, takes elite scorers completely out of positions on the floor where they like to be effective.
.158 left in the fourth quarter. DeRozan against Leonard. Shoots from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 16 points for DeMar DeRozan. And with Kawhi defending you, Brent, I've heard you call it being marooned on the island of Kauai. What do you say, the Kauaian Islands?
That's right, Kevin. Stranded, if you were. I mean, it's so hard to do anything against Kawhi Leonard. Even simple things like making post-entry passes. It just feels like there's more than one of him on the floor.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Cantor with a screen on Conley. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The shot's good from Cantor.
Well, this is kind of that set play here for Cantor where he can show his wares. Good instincts there on the pick and roll.
Gay sets the pick for Conley. He kicks it to Gay. Now the feed to DeRozan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kawhi Leonard. He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. Both free throws good from DeRozan. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Bledsoe kicks to Lamb. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. But Julia with the steal. Here's Gay. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Now Bledsoe. The dish to Leonard. Bledsoe left side. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Gay. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Suns lead by 11.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
11 feet away, and DeRozan with the basket on the assist from Gay.
And you want to talk about high volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
So the Suns win it, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy.
Zaza with the Kevin Lawrence stat line.